All right, good morning, everyone. We're going to do another reading today. Don't know what it is. They want me to point out again what's on my table. They want to make it clear, the colors that are on the table today. And what I'm noticing is they're all solar plexus and above colors, right? So I think we're working on the solar plexus and above, right? So not that we're negating the sacral or the root chakra. Those are super important chakras as well. But for whatever reason, they're wanting me to work on the solar plexus and above chakras right now with these readings. So that's what we're doing. And they just wanted to draw attention to that today. All right. How are we doing this reading? Are we using these decks to choose from? We're going to use these decks to choose from. There are base decks, I hear. But we're going to use some other decks. But you're going to choose from these 3 decks. Some of you might have favorite ones of these ones by now, if you're watching these videos, and ones that you always choose, a deck that you always choose, and that's okay. What I know about decks is that, certain energies, certain spirits, certain whatever you want to call it, connects to each deck, and they all speak slightly differently to me, and so your message might just be coming through a specific one for now, and that's okay. All right, if you like to mix it up, that's okay too. All right, some of you may choose by position. Sometimes when I add the crystals, you choose by the crystals. I know that they're saying it's, don't get too hung up on it, just go with your gut. Okay, here we go. Let's open the energy. All right, if you have not chosen your deck yet, pause the video and do so. But we're going to get started with the first deck, which is the blue deck today. Excuse me. Still trying to get rid of this cough. The blue moon deck, which is the divine feminine deck. We're going to start with her today and see what messages are brought to you. I'm going to put this back here just so it doesn't bug me. Okay. All right, let's see. We have three. Oh, look at that. 88, 5, 88. Okay, and this is going to be upright. They want me to read them upright. All right, you have learned from your past. You've learned from your past. And your past, the learning that you've had of the emotional, the emotions. You've understood your emotions and your spirituality through your past. Your past has brought you to this place. You've learned to understand your emotions and your spirituality is what I'm hearing from your past. This has brought you to this place of the 8 of Cups, which is all about understanding your intuition, accepting your intuition. This is also the Moon card. So this is about the divine receiving. This is the deck you were, the divine feminine, the divine receiver. This is the deck that you were attracted to, the Moon card. So this has brought you to a place of understanding your intuition and understanding the receiver that you are, the divine feminine receiver that you are, brought you to a place of balance and harmony in your emotional, spiritual world. And now you're coming to a place of balance and harmony in your mental world, okay? And clarity in your mental world. And you're understanding you're not a victim of anything. You understand that you have free will. You understand this is the Justice card, that you reap what you sow, that the universe is fair, just, and balanced. And, whether it seems to be or not. And we grew up being told, I was watching a show and, they said it again, and they said, we grew up being told that the world is not fair. And I think that's a disservice. The world is fair, just, and balanced. You reap what you sow. It might appear unfair when you're sowing things you don't want to reap and you reap them. You might think it's unfair, but it's not. It is not, okay? So we have the 88 here as well, which is a great number. And we have 588. I would encourage you to look up 588 and to look up 88, I hear, okay? But you have done well. You've done well. Let me put these up here. You've done so well You've taken your past, you've learned from it, you've connected to your emotional, spiritual side, you've understood your emotional, spiritual side, you've created a place of balance and harmony and abundance there. You've moved to abundance consciousness, you've moved to understanding your intuition and using it, not being afraid of the darkness, because the moon is the darkness that absorbs the light. And you've also moved to a place of mental clarity, balance and harmony, and abundance on mindset, and understanding that the world is fair, just, and balanced, that you are not a victim to anything. You have free will, and what you reap, you will reap what you sow. Okay, so they're saying you have done a fantastic job. So because of the 88s, they want me to get the deck, the Divine Abundance deck. So I'm going to go get that deck. Might take me a second. Everything's in a new place, and I don't know where anything is at times. Not like I used to be able to find them. I have to get my stuff reorganized a little bit. But there you go. It was right on top. So, right on top. So there we go. Didn't have to search for too long. All right. Here we go. All right. We have 3 cards that jumped right out. Okay. We're going to read them exactly how they came out. Which one's first? Yeah, we're gonna read them like this. So we're gonna flip them. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna flip them. All right. Love. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation. Only love itself. Okay. So this is what you've come to. This is the 5 of Cups here. This is what you come to understand. This is what you've learned from your past. That's what I'm hearing. This is what they connect. These cards connect to these cards. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation. Only love itself. Only this source, love, the divine source is love. And it's self-love more than anything, right? Learning to understand yourself. Learning to understand your emotional self, your spiritual self, and to come to a place of understanding how to love yourself unconditionally. Okay? Divine source is unconditional love. That's what it is. So no person, no place, no thing is going to save you. Only love itself is, and I even hesitate to use the word save, but love itself will open you. Okay? I see this as like a flower that's blossoming, right? So I hear love itself will open you. That's how they want to say it. All right, the next card. Humility. Allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. Beautiful, because this is connecting to your psychic abilities, right? This is connecting to the divine receiver you are, right? And it's saying, allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. So this is reminding you to receive, okay, and to welcome divine help, but it's also the divine in you and the divine saying they will always accept and your assistance and welcome your help as well. I see it as a two-way thing. I see it as a two-way thing here. So just so you know, humility means you're both, whatever partnership you're in, whether it's a physical partnership or with the divine, whether it's with yourself, it goes both ways, okay? So allow me, divine. There's something about the word divine that I need to understand and look up later, I hear, but it's this duality it's in the word somehow, where there's, this two ways. To always accept the right assistance, I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. That's beautiful. Okay, so that's what this opening your intuition has done for you, right? When you open your intuition, some people, humility is important. You have to put your ego aside. That's the key, and that's what they're trying to say here. The ego is fantastic, but the ego is all about protecting, okay? The ego likes to protect. And it likes to, and we need a bit of ego because we want to be confident enough to exist in this world. But and it has its purpose, it has its place. But when you're trying to receive, especially psychically, you want to put the ego aside and allow, allow yourself to be a channel. And that takes humility. All right. Okay, and the last card here, invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready. God, pursue me. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Actually, that really opens something up here. Yeah, and you can call God God, you can call God Source, you can call God Creator, you can call God the Universe, you can call God whatever you want to call God, okay? So just so you know, there's no attachment to the name there. But God, the word God, my mentor has broken the word down into gathering our divinity, and I really love that. So I have no problem with the word, and not that I ever did before, but it's just beautiful. Gathering our divinity. So invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready. God, pursue me. So remember I said it's two ways, right? It's not just you pursuing God all the time, right? It's not just you pursuing God. It's God pursuing you as well, right? And this is this balance here, and the fair, just, etc. And this is, you're not oppressed, you're not controlled, you're not a victim of anyone. God cannot, some religions teach that God, is like the Almighty and etc. But God, you have free will. That's what this card is all about. So God cannot come into your life. God cannot pursue you unless you invite God. There's a lot made about, I'm going to go here. Go here. It's okay. There's a lot made about how you have to invite the vampire into your house, right? Or you have to invite the darkness into your house, and it can't come into your house without being invited. Well, neither can the light, neither can God. You have free will. Nothing can come into your life, into your house, into your consciousness without being invited. So invite. And that's where the humility comes, right? You have to have some humility, because if you're living in a place with total ego and only ego, you're not humble enough to invite help, right? So look at this progression here, right? Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation. Only love itself. Only the divine source itself of unconditional love. Allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. So this is connecting to the divine in you. Also, understand that the divine outside of you, is also looking for your help. So you're looking for the divine's help, and the divine's help is divine is looking for your help. It's a two-way street. But both the divine and you, also the divine, but the spiritual and the physical, have to have a sense of humility in order to ask for that connection and that partnership to be, right? And then invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready. God, pursue me, right? That is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And this speaks to your free will. This speaks to your ability to channel and to be a receiver. And this speaks to, understanding that all there is truly is unconditional love for yourself and for all. And that's the source, and that's it. And that's what your past has been teaching you. What a beautiful reading, pile number 1. I love it. You guys go have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right, my pile number 2. Let's see what your message is today. Okay, well, it didn't take long. Here we go. Look at that. Okay. You have a choice. You have a choice coming. There's a choice. Okay, so this is the star card. Your wishes will come true. Your wishes will come true. This is wish fulfillment. You can wish upon a star and make whatever wish you have come true. Okay? Your wishes will come true. But you have a choice to make. You haven't made your wish yet because you don't know which wish you want to make. You have a choice. You might have more than 2. You might have 3 or 4 options. You are indecisive about what you want to wish because you know that it'll come true once you wish it. So you need to make this choice. You need to make this choice to make, and your wish will come true. But if you're in a place where you're like, why are my wishes not coming true? It's because you haven't chosen. You haven't chosen. You might be, you might think you're wishing something, but if you haven't fully chosen it, and you're still thinking, well, maybe this other option might be better, and you're like 1 foot in and 1 foot out, it won't manifest, it won't come true because you haven't fully chosen it. So the key to making your wishes come true is to commit to your choice, okay? Commit to that choice. That's what they want you to know. You need to commit to a choice, and then your wishes will come true, okay? That is evident, that is clear. You cannot be making 2 wishes at the same time, is how they're saying it, right? 2 opposing wishes, okay? So you can be making 2 wishes at the same time, but 2 opposing wishes. So if you're indecisive and you can't decide which path is best, they're opposing, you're going to stay right in that middle. You're going to stay on the fence. So you got to make that choice, okay? That's what they're saying to you. You've got to make that choice. They want you to make that choice, so that your wishes can come true. And they're explaining that if you think that your wishes are not coming true, it's because you are holding yourself in a neutral place by wanting 2 opposing things, okay? Yeah, it's important to recognize that they are opposing things. All right, now they want me to go on to this deck. This is the Divine Abundance deck. So we always want it all, abundance, we want it all, right? But when they're opposing paths, you can't go down 2 opposing paths at the same time. That's what they're saying. So let's see what they want to say with these cards. I hear we're going to cut them this time. Okay, and we're going to take these cards. Delusion. Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. This is what they're saying. Intention without surrender. So you keep making the wish, but you don't surrender to your wish. You don't commit to your wish. You don't commit to your choice, right? So that's a fast path to delusion. You're just fooling yourself. You're pretending. You're deluding yourself into thinking that you're wishing for this, but you're actually not yet because you haven't made that commitment, okay? So they want to move you out of this place, okay? And look at the next card right off the top, surrender. So intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. Surrender. Okay, so that's what they're saying. This is make the choice, surrender to the choice, right? You're here, you're not really making the wish, you're deluding yourself if you think you are. You're actually not surrendering to the choice, so they're saying surrender to the choice here. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you are dying. The ego learns what's hardest, which is to stop trying to control the whole universe. All right. And that's an important point. The reason you haven't made your choice is because you're trying to control the whole universe. You want it all. You want both. Whatever these opposing things are, you want both of them. And that's a way of you trying to control the universe, okay? Yeah. Yeah. You can accept it all. You can love it all. And you can have all that you choose, okay? But you can't be choosing opposing paths and expect one to come to fruition. You have to surrender control. See, you're keeping yourself on the fence, right? That's what I said, because that's a safe place to be. Because if this choice doesn't work out, well, then you always still have that choice. That's why you're not committing to either choice. And you're deluding yourself by thinking you are, because you're not. You're not surrendering to your choice. You're not committing to your choice. You're keeping yourself in that neutral, safe zone, right? You're trying to avoid loss, okay, of the other choice. Now, what they want to tell you is by committing to one choice and going for it, you're not losing the other choice. If for whatever reason this choice doesn't work for you, they think it will, but if it doesn't, you can always go back and re-choose. There's no choice. There's no wrong choice. They want to tell you there's no wrong choice, and you can't lose opportunities. Okay, they come back around. I actually am going to tell you a story about a friend of mine, and it's really interesting because you know, when she was young, graduating from high school, she met a boy. They were both looking at the same university, and they were paired together to go look at this university by their, high school people, whatever. Anyways, she chose to go to the university that they looked at. He chose to go to a different one, but they were in love. They fell in love, but they lost connection because he went to a different university and she went to the one that they looked at. Okay, so then they go to university. They have other relationships, whatever. Eventually, they both joined the army later in life, and they were together in the army, but they had other significant others at this time, or things going on, and the timing wasn't quite right, or whatever. So they went their separate ways again. Eventually, decades later, they both divorced, and anyways, ended up in the same city and ran into each other. And now they're happily married. So I'm just trying to say the opportunities come back around. The universe will always be presenting you the opportunities. So if you pursue one opportunity and for whatever reason it doesn't work out for you, the opportunities are still there. You're not going to lose them. Don't be afraid of loss. Don't be afraid of lost opportunity. Don't have FOMO, fear of missing out, right? And stop deluding yourself that you're making your wishes, because you're not. You're keeping yourself on the fence. You're not making the choice. You're not committing to the choice. You're not surrendering control. You're trying to maintain control by keeping both doors open. You have to go through one of the doors, okay? That is your message. That's what they want to tell you today. All right? You guys go have a beautiful, beautiful day. I hope that resonates, and I hope it helps in some way. All right, my third group, the Sun deck. Let's see what they want to say to you today. The first two are great. Very different, but great. Let's see what they want to say to you now. This third group. To you, for you, from you, my third group. What do you want to say? What do they want to say? What is the message today? I kind of want them to pop out, but I'm hearing cut. So I was waiting for them to pop out, but they want to cut today. Okay, how many? Well, start with this one. Okay. Pull the next one. Okay. Okay. And then pull another one. Okay. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Okay. They want to tell you that you are, this is, all I can see is brave. You need to be brave. This is what they're saying to you. Be brave, okay? Like the Queen of Wands. Be brave. Be brave enough to transform, to change, okay? Be brave. This is the Hanged Man, which is a complete shift in perspective that they're saying they want you to have. So be brave enough to change your perspective, to do a 180, to do a U-turn, basically, go in a different direction, okay? There is something that's challenging you. There's something that's challenging you. And they're telling you that you need to be brave and take a new direction, okay? Go in a new direction in order to overcome this challenge. That's what they want to say to you, okay? So it's very, very clear here. So now we're going to get 3 cards from this deck that are going to correspond to those cards. This is how this is working today. So they want you to be brave enough to shift your perspective, because that's what you need to overcome this challenge that's in your path right now. All right. Here we go. All right. These are the Divine Abundance cards, by the way. And look, we got the 3 cards. These are the Divine Abundance cards. And I saw the Divine Abundance card came out, so that's kind of cool. We're putting them like this, and we're going like this, okay? So, and this card is about change. So this challenge is coming to you to orchestrate change, okay? And this is the change. They want you to be brave enough to change, okay? Whatever this challenge is, it's to orchestrate change. Is how orchestrate is the word that's coming. Change, and they want you to be brave enough to make this change, okay? So this card goes with the Queen of Wands, and look at that worth. Yeah, she's very confident. She knows her worth, and that's what makes her so brave, okay, and so courageous. She knows her worth. This Queen of Wands, she's very good at business, and she's very successful in business because she knows her worth, okay? So this card makes sense. You have been worthy to belong to love all along, without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. Okay, look at this. And this is the lion here, or tiger, I guess it is, the feline. And here she is. She's got the feline. Look, she's got them here. Tigress energy. So, yeah, this is very confident, very strong. They want you to have this confidence, this strength, know your worth, know you are love itself, okay? You have been worthy to belong to love all along without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. You are your love itself. You are worthy, and that's what gives you your confidence. You know your love itself, and they want you to be brave. So they're telling you, you are love itself. That should give you all the confidence and bravery, courage that you need, okay? Know your worth, like the Queen of Wands, okay? Know it. Okay, next card. Outrageous openness. Look at that. And that's the shift in perspective, right? Be open to this shift in perspective that they're asking you to have. Dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachments. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I am open to receive. Yes, that's what they want you to open to. That's what they want you to shift and change to this openness. And that was mentioned in one of the other readings. The word open came instead of a different word, and it was important to use the word open. Okay, so interesting. So know your worth and be open. Be brave enough to make this shift to be open, okay? Dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachments. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I am open to receive. That's amazing, okay? And then what's this card? Divine abundance. That's the change they want to bring, is divine abundance. That's the change that they're orchestrating, okay? These challenges that you've been perceiving as challenges are to bring this divine abundance into your life, to bring this change, okay? So be open to it. Know your worth, okay? And be open to it. You were born to align with love's will. Dear love, open me to your will, right? Look at that. Follow the Tao and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundance, not chase it. Wow. That's what they want you to change. Learn to be abundance, not chase it. Know your worth. Be your worth. You are love itself. You are willing to align with the will of love. You were born to align with the will of love, okay? Learn to be abundance, not chase it. That is the change in perspective that they are helping you, this challenge is helping you to bring about, okay? That is incredible. What an incredible reading. I don't know if you're as blown away by this as I am, but I'm blown away by this reading. Okay, I thought the first two were great, and they were, and you should watch them maybe, because I think it's a progression. But this one is blowing me away. But I do think the first two are a progression to this one, so do watch them. They were amazing as well. Worth, outrageous openness. I love that, outrageous openness, and divine abundance, right? Know your worth, like the Queen of Wands. Have outrageous openness, like this Hanged Man who's willing to turn himself upside down to see a different perspective. And align yourself. This is the challenge. Align yourself with love's will. You were born to be aligned with love's will. Learn to be abundance, not chase it. That is amazing. I love it. I hope you do too. You guys go have a beautiful day.